Good day, everyone, and welcome to the OpL extension management tutorial. Today, I'll be taking you through the different extensions that's been validated on the OpL platform. This will include all shipping methods, all payment methods, things included like WhatsApp chat, Facebook Business Extension Manager, and Google Shopping. So if you log into your OpL site, on the left-hand menu, you'll see extensions menu item, and then you'll click on extensions again. You will be presented with a drop-down. If you click on the drop-down, I'll be taking you through the different payment methods first. So once you've selected the payment methods, if we scroll down, the first one that's been validated on the OpL platform is bank transfer. So if we edit the bank transfer, you will see that you're presented with a screen where you can fill in the details for manual EFTs. So here you can replace the logo with your own store logo, or you can simply remove it if you want to. Then you can fill in the description, the bank, the branch, your code number, account name. And then here it states, please use order number as a reference when making payment. And here you can change this email address to info or orders at your domain.co.za or .com. This would be the email address that you use to process orders. So if we look at the first topic after the bank details, you will see that there's a total tab. So this is a limitation where you can put in for the total amount that needs to be in the cart before this payment method becomes active. So if you don't want people to be able to do manual EFTs unless they've got 15,000 Rand worth of products in the store, then you can use this total tab. If you want to specify a range between two values that people can use before this payment method becomes available, you can use the minimum and maximum totals. So if you were to say you only want this payment method to display between 1,000 and 5,000, this will override the top one, and this payment method will only be displayed between those two ranges. Then GeoZone will always be set to all zones. The status will be set to enabled if you want to show it on your front end. And the sort order is if you've got more than one payment method configured on your store, you can specify the sort order 1 through 5 or 1 through 10, which one you want to display first. You will see on all the payment methods, the total, the minimum and maximum and sort order options would be available. So I'm not going to go through them when I go through the rest of the payment methods. Then you will also see that there's order status. So for manual EFTs, the default order status would be pending. This is for you to receive the proof of payment first and verify that the funds is in your account before you process the order. If you wander through any stage of this tutorial, how to do the order management and how to change the statuses of orders, please refer to our order management tutorial. So moving on from bank transfer, if we keep on scrolling down, we will get to the faster payment method that has been validated on the OpL platform. And if we just have a look at the faster website, this is the website that you will use to sign up for a faster account. I believe you can just go to their contact page and contact them to register your account. So if we look at the faster options, the end mode will be set to no. Transaction is production. Once you've registered for your faster account, they will provide you with your merchant ID, your API key. And then you'll see that there's a maximum completion time in minutes. So this is the maximum amount of time that a client can spend filling their credit application form before they will be redirected back to the site. Then the same as the bank transfer, you'll see that there's a few more order status mappings here. And the plugin actually tells you what it needs to be mapped to. So the status pending will need to be mapped to pending, status success. there is no success. Any success statuses on a extension site for payment methods would be need to map to processing. Failed will need to go to failed, cancelled will go to cancelled. And then you can set the status to enable. The debugging will be set to no, and the model pop-up on checkout is no as well. So moving on from faster, if we keep on scrolling down, the next payment method available is OZO. So if we have a look at OZO, you'll actually see that you can register for a company on their website. And then once you've registered your OZO account, you can come back to the website, and OZO will actually provide you with a site code, your private key, your API key. Test mode would be set to no in your live site, and you would enable the plugin as well. Then you'll see there's a tab for order statuses on OZO. So this is once again where you need to map your order statuses. So complete would go to processing. There we go. Pending would go to pending. Failed would go to failed. And cancelled would go to cancelled. And then you can save. Moving on from OZO, if we keep on scrolling down, we'll see that the pay fast payment method is also available. If we edit this one, you can sign up for a PayFast account on the PayFast website. And from there, once you've registered your account, PayFast will provide you with your merchant ID and your merchant key, as well as your secure passphrase. The sandbox mode will be set to no in your live site. Debug would be disabled, and then status would be enabled. The order statuses you also need to map. So payment complete, going to processing, failed into failed, and cancelled into cancelled. And then for PayFast, there's an extra tab called traces. And this is where you would see the customer interactions between your site and the PayFast payment method. And you will be able to trace what customers have done in terms of payments on your site. Moving on from PayFast, we've got PayGate. So on the PayGate website, you can also register for PayGate account. PayGate will provide you with your ID, your encryption key. If it's on your live site, it would be on live mode, and the status would be enabled. And then notify or redirect, both of these would be set to redirect. PayGate also has its own order status mapping. So initial order status will be pending, successful order status processing, failed order status would be failed, and cancelled would be cancelled. And then once again, you can just save your payment method. Moving on from PayGate, we've got Netcash. So on Netcash, once you've contacted them and registered your account, they will provide you with your Netcash account number, your Pay Now service key. Debug would be set to no, and the status would be enabled. Order statuses, the payment complete status will be processing, payment pending to pending, failed to failed, and cancelled to cancelled. And then you can save your payment method. Then the last payment method that's been validated on the OpL platform is WalletDoc. And you can register for a WalletDoc account. Once you've registered for a WalletDoc account, you can come back into your OpL site and configure it as well. The order status, you'll see for WalletDoc, there's only one order status, and that would be processing. Then the webhook URL will be specified automatically by the plugin. WalletDoc will provide you with your secret key. The environment would be production, and you would enable the the payment method. Then there's also an option for saving the card on or off. So this is for the plugin to save your customer's credit card details. It is more secure to leave this on off. So now that we've gone through the payment methods, we can go back to the extensions and extensions page. And now we can select shipping. Sorry, I misclicked there, shipping. So now if we have a look at the validated shipping methods on the OpL platform, we can scroll down and we can see flat rate shipping. So this is if you just want to use flat rate shipping for your customers. So you can say you want to charge customers 150 Rand on flat rate shipping. It normally shipping is not taxed, and then you can set the status to enabled. You'll see for all shipping methods there's a sort order as well. And then you can save your shipping method. If it's enabled, then there will be a flat rate shipping of 150 Rand. Moving on from the flat rate shipping, we've got free shipping as well. This is if you want customers to be able to do free shipping. You'll see that this one has a total amount as well. It's a bit different than the payment methods. So what this total is before tax. So if someone's added items to their cart to the value of 2,000 Rand before tax, so it's actually worked on the subtotal of the order. If they've gone over the limit of 2,000 Rand and you've enabled the plugin, then they will be eligible for free shipping. So then if we move on from free shipping, you will see that we've got Parcel Perfect shipping. So Parcel Perfect is the integration house that we use to integrate into different courier companies. We have validated the Courier Guy and EPX Courier through this integration already. So you will see on the Courier Guy's website, you can register for account. And on EPX, you will need to contact them to register for an account. Once you've registered for your either Courier Guy account or EPX account, they will provide you with your username, your password, and your account number. So once you edit the Parcel Perfect shipping and you've decided the courier company you want to use, let's for demonstration purposes use Courier Guy, and we enable the plugin. This is where once I've registered my account, the Courier Guy will send me my username, my password, and account number. I will fill these details in. You will also see that you need to enter a service title. So you can type in here, the Courier Guy shipping. And this is actually what will be displayed on the checkout screen for your customer to see, oh, this is the Courier Guy shipping. Then debug mode will be set to no. Address validation will be set to yes. This is when a customer fills in their shipping address that the postal code gets verified against the courier's database of locations in South Africa. Then we see the filter shipping options. So this is if you want to filter out certain shipping methods from your courier company. So if we set this to yes, it will actually display two different filter behaviors, include or exclude. So if you select exclude and you say ONX, which is overnight delivery, then once a customer fills in their shipping address, it will show all shipping methods available except for the overnight delivery shipping method. If we change this to include, and this is comma separated, then we can type in ONX, comma echo, and this means it will only display these two different shipping methods in terms of echo services or overnight instead of same-day delivery, let's say. So that is how you can filter your different shipping methods provided by the courier company. Then we get to length class. So this is the length in which the products are on your site, and we will set this to millimeter. Then the weight class is kilograms by default. The price adjustment is if you want to put a markup percentage-wise on the delivery charges that's charged by your delivery partner. Right, so here you can say you want to do a 15% markup on top of what's charged for delivery. So that functionality is there as well. And then you can also specify max weight per order as well. So this would be, I do not want to ship anything that's over 50 kilograms. Then the order status label generation. This will be set to processing, as only orders in a processing state will be able to, you will be able to generate labels for. If you do not know how to generate labels from an order, I would suggest again to go to our order management tutorial, where I show you how to generate labels on orders. Then we've got zero rated shipping. So once again, this is excluding VAT. So if you want to give customers zero rated shipping on top of this shipping method, which is Parcel Perfect, and then the Courier Guy or EPX, you can say anything over 3,000 Rand, I'm going to offer my customers as free shipping. Then we've got the geo zone, which is all zones. Sort order is, we've also discussed the sort order already. Then we've got default package width and height, and this we normally set to 1. The integration with the courier companies will actually look at the dimensions of the products and work out what the box sizes generally would be for the order based on the contents of your cart. So if we just scroll back to the top, that is the courier settings. If we look at the order status mappings, you will see the first option here is order status monitor. So this is for us to get updates for client orders based on the statuses from the courier company. So you will see we've pre-selected quite a few order statuses here that needs to be monitored on a daily basis to provide your customers with updates on where their order is in their shipping life cycle. So here you will see we've also pre-configured this, where out for delivery, we will notify a customer that an order has been out for delivery. Inbound manifest to hub, we will notify, we ignore this event. We don't notify customers on these events. Return to depot, return to client, we notify customers as soon as that happens. Collected from the origin address, we notify a customer. Proof of delivery details captured or proof of delivery image scanned, we notify the customer. Held at customs, we notify. So for the rest of these ones, we notify the customer. Close and dispatch and transshipped, we also notify them. Misrouted and received at origin hub, we notify the customer. So what this means is we monitor all of these orders when they're in these statuses. And once they've reached the proof of delivery details captured or POD image scanned, we actually automatically set the order status to complete, and that actually closes the loop in terms of your order management. So if we scroll back to the top, the order status mapping, if we go to collection address, this is where you would need to fill in your address. This is where the courier needs to come and pick up the order that has been placed. So this is where you put in your description, your contact name, your phone number, your address 1, address 2, city, postcode, your country, and your zone. If we go to test harnesses, this is where you will be able to see what it would cost to ship a number of items from one address to another address. So you would fill in address 1 here, which is the collection address and the delivery address. Then you would choose to add products and the quantities of them, and then you can calculate the shipping costs. If you want to check if an address is a valid address according to the careers database, you can fill in the address here and click on valid shipping address, and we'll notify you whether it's a valid shipping address or not. If you want to create a label from a quote number, you can do that from here as well. I would suggest not doing it from here, as once again, in our order management tutorial, I'll show you how to create labels directly from orders. And if you want to check the status of a certain label number, you can do it in here by pasting in the label number and getting the label information. Once you're done with that options, you can save, and then the parcel perfect shipping will be enabled. So if we go back to shipping, there's one last one or two last ones. Then we've got pickup from store, and pickup from store is quite normal in terms of it's enabled. If a customer selects they want to pick it up from store, once the order is set to complete, a customer will be notified to pick up the order from the store. Then the last one for the Vermont sales customers. Vermont sales, only on the Vermont sales products, offer their own delivery as well. So here you can say, I want this title to be shipped directly from supplier. And then this shipping method is based on the value of the cart. So if the cart has a value between 0 Rand and 500 Rand, Vermont Sales is going to charge you 161 Rand for shipping. If it's between 500 and 800 Rand, it goes up to 215. Between 1,000 and 1,006, it's 301. Between 1,006 and 1,008, it's 322. Between 1,008 and 2,005, it's 367, and between 800 and 1,000, it's 265 or 68. Vermont Sales offer free shipping for any orders over 2,500 Rand. And this is already built into this plugin, whereas if the shipping method is available, they will be offered with trans free shipping as soon as they go over the specified amount of 2,500 Rand. Then once again, you can enable the shipping method, and it will be available for customers on the front end. So now that we've gone through the different shipping methods available and the different payment methods available, there's a few plugins that I would like to highlight as well. So if we go into modules, we will see that there's quite a long list of modules available here. So I'm going to go through the ones that requested the most, which is the Google Analytics and Enhanced Tracking. So this is for Google Analytics on your website. You would set the status to enabled. Default store status would be enabled. This is where you would paste in your Google Analytics property. So once you've registered for Google Analytics, they will provide you with a property. You'll see if you hover over the question mark, it actually gives a pop-up that shows you example of the format that that property ID would be in. And if you've registered for Google AdWords, you can choose to enable that as well. And then Google will provide you with your conversion ID and your conversion labels. Then in terms of language, what you need to do here is you need to copy all of these events into here. So the add to cart event name would be add to cart. Add to wish list would be add to wish list. And you would go on naming the different steps. So this is actually so Google can track e-commerce checkouts on the website as well and provide you reporting on that. Once you're done with that, you can save, and the Google Analytics Enhanced Tracking will start pulling through to your Google Analytics account. If we move on from that plugin and we keep on scrolling down, we will see that, actually just want to search for it. We've got outside WhatsApp chat. So if we edit the offsite WhatsApp chat, you will see you will be provided with the screen. We actually use a third party to help with the WhatsApp chat on the front end. So you would sign up for an account. It will bring a pop-up for you, and then you can sign up for an ELF WhatsApp account and follow the website's wizard through registering the WhatsApp chat. Then another big one that gets requested a lot is the Facebook business extension. So this is for you to pull through your product catalog to Facebook Business Manager that will in turn add the products to Facebook so people can actually buy through Facebook. And I believe if you've pulled it into Facebook, then you can pull it through to Instagram as well. So you would only click here to access the Facebook Business extension, and you would follow the tutorial through this plugin. It actually takes you through to Facebook to register the account, and it's a very straightforward wizard that you need to follow in terms of accessing and configuring the extension. So if we go back to the extensions again and we go to feeds, this is where we will see the Google Merchant Products by Pinta Webware and Google Sitemap. So this is for you to enable your Google Sitemap and also enable Google Shopping. So if we look at the sitemap, it will automatically give you the data feed URL that you need to paste into Google for them to have your sitemap. It will also automatically have the path where the sitemaps need to be generated, and it will also automatically have 10,000 products per sitemap file. The only thing you need to do is enable the plugin, save it, and then generate the sitemap. If we look at Google Shopping, you will see that you've got your status, you can enable it. The currency needs to be South African Rand. Language is English. Include tax price is enabled. The added field GTIN should be disabled. Then if you've got Vermont Sales as your supplier, then the color, the size, the pattern, material, you don't need to fill it in. If you've uploaded your own products with options, this is where you would select the options that you've selected for those products. Then the category mappings, we've changed this so we can do bulk updates to categories. This is where you map your store's categories through to the Google categories. So what you can do is you can select check all. This will actually select all your categories if you want to do a bulk update. And in terms of Vermont Sales, everything is hardware, and I will change everything to hardware, and will automatically map all the categories to hardware categories, so Google knows how to map them as well from their end. And that's all that you need to do from this perspective. Once you've done that, you can save the plugin. That is when the URL will become active, and you can take this URL and paste it into a scheduled fetch on Google Merchant Center. If you're not sure how to do this, I would advise that you get a marketing partner to help you out with this, as this will involve marketing campaigns to run for Google Shopping. So that is basically the overview of the OpL extension management and how the platform handles different modules. I will include a link in the description for our support desk as well if you've got any questions or concerns. Thank you very much.